Never give a song and dance man a scene with a staircase in it. It'll bring the ham out of him every time. Hi, I'm Jack Imel, and I'm here at the Grand Palace in Branson, Missouri, a town that has lots of song and dance men and women, including, of course, the Welk musical family back together again in the new Welk Theater and Resort just down the road. The show you're about to see is one of my favorites. It's a salute to the song and dance man, and it has more dance numbers than usual. Since we had to change the show each week, I wondered if I hadn't bitten off a little bit more choreography than I could chew. Well, we all remembered the steps, even me. And the show came out great. I hope you'll enjoy it, too. You'll notice that my wardrobe is a little more conservative than it used to be. You might say that my suits are louder than my tap shoes, if you know what I mean. The Indiana, I guess, came out in me in the costuming, but at the time, I thought it was great. Talk about great. Just take a look at this place. You could put a lot of song and dance men in here. I'm ready whenever they want me. And now it's time to introduce the man who was the very first to give me a job when I got out of the service. A man who created a musical dynasty all by himself. The boss, Mr. Lawrence Welk.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, friends, and welcome. Thank you so much. This evening we pay tribute to some famous song and dance men and ladies. Names like Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, Gene Kelly, Judy Garland, Bill Robinson, Ray Bolger, and many others. And here's a song to set the mood for our show.
I only go to see a show so I can watch a song and dance man. He's got a style that makes us sad hearts smile. A cabaret where life is gay and down to have a song and dance man. And on the stage, he's still the rage. He'll serenade a lovely lady with the parasol that dance around and meet her by the garden wall. When they decide to hide behind her parasol, do you think they really kiss? I tell you this, I never miss a chance to see a song and dance man. 'Cause when he sings an old refrain, it brings a happy day. That's the kind of entertainment for me. I tell you this, I never miss a chance to see a song and dance man. 'Cause when he sings an old refrain, it brings a happy day. That's the kind of entertainment, a wonderful entertainment, the only entertainment for me. Yes, sir!
Very nice, boys and girls. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. A very famous entertainer started his career as a song and dance man. The gentleman's name, Bob Hope, one of the greatest comedians in America's history. His first big break came in the Broadway musical Roberta. The band placed the hit song from the show. 1, 2, And among the dancers, I noticed some folks that used to dance with us back in the Trianon Ballroom in Chicago. Next, the lovely voice of Kathie Sullavan, and a salute to one of the most popular dancers of all time, Fred Astaire. Fred was the star of the movie Phineas Rainbow, which gave us this beautiful song.
On the day I was born, stood my father, said he, I've an elegant legacy waiting for ye. 'Tis a rhyme for your lips and a song for your heart, to sing it whenever the world falls apart. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. Look, look, look to the rainbow, follow it over the hill and stream. Look, look to the rainbow, follow the fellow who follows a dream. Follow the fellow, follow the fellow, follow the fellow who follows a
Kathie Sullavan, and wasn't that pretty? Well, as the boss would say, let's not forget the ladies. So we'll dedicate this next number especially to a few of Fred Astaire's famous dancing partners. His sister Adele, Ginger Rogers, Sid Charisse, and Eleanor Powell. And Bobby and Cissy have a fine routine to a song introduced by Fred and Adele Astaire, Dancing in the Dark.
That was a fabulous number, wasn't it? Bobby and Cissy at their best. You know, they made up their own routines, with Bobby taking the lead. And it wasn't easy coming up with something new each week, believe me. That slide that Cissy did at the end of the number, perfect. And she didn't have the luxury of a dozen takes to get it right. The show was taped, but it was really live. One take and that was it. But you know, that's what gave the show that sense of fun and energy. Tough on the nerves, but worth it in the end. Well, I can hear the folks gathering now outside the Grand Palace here for the first show of the day. Sounds pretty exciting, huh? Live entertainment and tape performances are done here, too. In 1992, the Country Music Association gave the Grand Palace an award that honored excellence in acoustics, management, and accommodations for guests and entertainers. The previous year's winner was Nashville's Grand Ole Opry, where we did our tribute to Mr. Welk, hosted by Barber Mandrell. And I can tell you from experience, it's a wonderful place to work. Talk about wonderful things. The boss is about to introduce 3 good-looking redheads who fit that description to a T.
This next song was first introduced by one of my all-time favorite singers, Ruth Etting. It was later sung by Judy Garland in one of her many movies. So this is a sort of double salute, and we hear from Sandi, Gail, and Mary Lou.
Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river, wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river, wash the sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles and just get happy. You better chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready, get ready, get ready for the judgment day.
Wasn't that nice? Oh, the girls were really bright this evening. This kind of a show is a natural for our own song and dance man, Arthur Duncan. Arthur, this evening we're going to let you sing.
Well, it's your show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to pay tribute to a man who gave us some real highlights in our 200 years of American music. I would like to salute Bill Bojangles Robinson.
Oh, make 'em play that crazy thing again. I gotta do that lazy swing again. Hi-ho, I do the new lowdown. And once you hear the haunting strain to it, I'd like to bet you'll go insane to it. Hi-ho, I do the new lowdown.
Oh, Bob Warren, it's a sin to take the money. right, I fooled you. Welk is going to do the dance with me next week.
Thank you, Arthur, very, very nicely as usual. Friends, it's always a pleasure for me to be able to present young, promising talent to our television audience. Let's have a warm welcome for the Otwell brothers. Thank you. Fellas, let me ask you something. Is this the first time you've been on a coast-to-coast television show?
Yes, sir.
It is, huh?
Yes.
Would you like to tell the folks something about yourself?
Well, we're from a little town called Tuya, Texas. It's in the Texas Panhandle. It's kind of close to Amarillo, if y'all ever heard that song about Amarillo. And I guess you might guess we're twin brothers. Yeah, but he thinks he's older, but I'm bigger. I'm older. I'm smart.
Are you ashamed to tell him your age?
No, we're 21. I always thought I was older since I was bigger, but we found out about a year ago I'm older. I'm 20 minutes older. I'm going to put mine in there.
And what are you going to sing for this audience?
This is a song that we wrote one time while we were in college at West Texas State, and the song's called How Do You Say Goodbye?
Very good.
How do you tell someone it's over? How do you tell someone you're through? I thought for a while my love could last forever. The soft wind blows a man is drifting away. If you wonder what a starry night in June looks like in the mountains, well, I couldn't say, but I wonder too. You heard how the oceans pull by the moon. Well, I'm like the waters I'm drifting to, drifting away, away with each passing day. How do you tell someone it's over? How do you tell someone you're through? I thought for a while my love could last forever. Soft wind blows a man is drifting away. Soft wind blows a man is drifting
fun seeing the Otwell's first appearance on the Welk show, wasn't it? They were very talented. And you know, Lawrence was always on the lookout for new acts and new and young faces to help brighten and refreshen the show. There's nothing like a young entertainer to perk you up and keep you on your toes. You know, actually, they like to learn from us old-timers, too, like an old step they never seen, or a routine that always worked. Or just listen to us talk about our experiences on the road doing one-nighters. And if I got a good listener or two, I'll tell them my life story. How I'm from Portland, Indiana, a town of about 7,000, and about my first dance teacher, Margaret Jean Fields, who taught me from the age of 4 until I was 16, and how I made up my own routines and steps after that. And I'm still doing it. And if they're still listening, I humbly admit that I'm sort of a music man from Portland, Indiana. And then they say, where's Portland, Indiana? And I say, well, it's about 150 miles from Gary, Indiana. Which reminds me of a number I used to do with Mary Lou Metzger. She'd be sitting on this bench, and I'd walk over, and I would say, hey, where you headed?
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana? Well, I'm from Gary, Indiana.
You're from Gary, Indiana? Well, I'm from Gary, Indiana, too.
You're from Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. That's the town that knew me when.
Now, if you'd like to have a logical explanation, how we happened on this elegant syncopation,
I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face.
Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana.
Not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome, but Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home.
Not Louisiana.
Paris, France, New York, or Rome,
But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home, sweet home.
yes, sir.
Well, would you believe that the name of that song was Gary, Indiana? You know, Maurice Chevalier captured the hearts of America with his personality, his charm, and his song styling. And here's a song that he sang in that wonderful, wonderful movie, Gigi. Bob Ralston, if you would, please. Thank heaven for little girls, for little girls get bigger every day. Thank heaven for little girls, they grow up in the most delightful way. Those little eyes so helpless and appealing, one day will flash and send you crashing through the ceiling. Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would little boys do?
Wasn't that nice? Thank you, Tom. Gene Kelly, a sensational all-around performer, co-starred with Judy Garland in his very first movie. Guy and Ralna bring you the title song of this picture.
The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing. Every Susie and Sam, they're congregating for me and my gal. The parson's waiting for me and my gal. And someday we're gonna build a little home for two, or three, or four, or more in Loveland for me and my gal.
The bells are ringing for me and my gal. The birds are singing for me and my gal. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going, and for weeks they've been sewing. Every Susie and Sam, they're congregating for me and my gal.
The parson's waiting for me and my gal. And someday we're gonna build a little home for two, or three, or four, or more in Loveland for me and my gal.
My gal was Norma Denny, my high school sweetheart from Portland, Indiana. I won't tell you how long ago that was. Anyway, Norma and I got married. We had 5 kids, and now we have 11 grandchildren. I guess you could say we lived happily ever after, just like the movies, right? The song and dance man always got the girl, especially when their first name was Frank Fredder Van. Grand Palace Theater sort of looks like old Hollywood, doesn't it? And just like Hollywood, it's just one theater of many. Roy Clark was the first national recording star to build his own theater here in 1983. Then lots of others started looking at blueprints. Glenn Campbell, Willie Nelson, the Osmond Brothers, Mel Tillis, Merle Haggard, my friend Charlie Pride, and Wade Newton, just to mention a few. They got more song and dance men in this town than they had on the old MGM lot. In fact, the next number you're about to see is from an old MGM movie called Lady Be Good. It won an Academy Award for Best Song in 1941. Here's Mr. Welk to introduce it.
Back to our show, and our lovely champagne lady, Norma Zimmer, has a pretty song for you. It was introduced in the movie Lady Be Good, which featured one of the outstanding girl tap dancers of all time, Eleanor Powell.
The last time I saw her, her heart was warm and gay. I heard the laughter of her heart in every street cafe. The last was music to my ear. Oh, last time I saw Paris, her heart was warm and gay. No matter how they change her, I'll remember her.
Wasn't that beautiful? The movie, An American in Paris, featured Gene Kelly with an all-star cast. The movie got its title from a George Gershwin composition. Here's Bob Ballard's arrangement of this familiar melody with George Cates conducting.
A great arrangement of American in Paris. You know, every time I hear that piece, I think of the dance that Gene Kelly did with Leslie Caron in that great 1951 film. It was the best. Years ago, Gene Kelly walked into a dance class I was taking at Rainbow Studios. I'll never forget. He walked just like he danced, sort of bouncy. I don't think his feet ever touched the ground. He was a one-of-a-kind dancer, that's for sure. Coming up, I'll be doing a number that was made famous by another great song and dance man, Ray Bolger. The song is Once in Love with Amy, and it came from a musical play and movie called Where's Charlie? Years after the show was forgotten, the song always remained his theme. You only had to hear just a couple of notes to know that the one and only Ray Bolger was about to walk out on that stage. And whenever we did the number on television or on the road, it was always a tribute to him. But before we get to Ray Bolger, let's listen to the beautiful Anacani and her salute to a more flamboyant song and dance woman. I'll give you a hint. If this South America cutie would want fruit for lunch, she'd just take off her hat and help herself. Myron, give him the answer.
I'm sure that many of you remember Carmen Miranda, this vivacious singer and dancer known as the Brazilian bombshell. Well, we have our own Mexican sparkler, Anacani, and a song associated with Senorita Miranda.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuándo, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes, quizás, quizás, quizás. Y así pasan los días, días, y yo desesperada, y tú contestando, quizás, quizás, quizás. Estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando, por lo que más tú quieras, ¿hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días, días, y yo desesperada, y tú contestando, quizás, quizás, quizás. Estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, pensando, por lo que más tú quieras, ¿hasta cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? Y así pasan los días, días, y yo desesperada, y tú contestando, quizás, quizás, quizás. Quizás, 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 quizás.
Lovely Anacani. It's a special pleasure for me to introduce this next number. The man we're saluting happens to be a friend and an occasional golf partner of mine, and he's always been one of my favorite entertainers. I'm speaking of Ray Bolger. Our singers and dancers recall Ray's most famous routine.
Once in love with Amy, always in love with Amy, ever and ever fascinated by her, sets your heart afire to stay. Once in love with Amy, always in love with Amy, ever and ever, sweetly your romancer, trouble is the answer, will be that Amy'd rather stay in love with me.
The first time we did that number was at Harris Club in Lake Tahoe. We performed there every summer for 17 years. What a gorgeous spot that is, with its blue skies, snow-capped mountains, warm summer days, and night skies full of stars. Another thing we liked about the nights at Lake Tahoe were the audiences. They were great. A lot of the same people came back to see us every year. It was fantastic. You know, Lawrence had a true affection for his audience, and that warmth created a real bond between them. We know this because of the large and faithful following that continues to watch this show on public television. Like Ed Sullivan, Lawrence was a unique character, imitated by the comics, kidded by the media, that he knew what was going on, and often joked himself about his reputation for being sort of corny. Here's one of those moments with the Lawrence Welk we loved so much.
On with the theme of our show. And Ava Barber has a song familiar to all square dance fans. Having been accused of being a square myself, I gladly accept this as a personal salute.
Look yonder coming down that railroad track. Hey, look yonder coming down that railroad track. It's that orange blossom special, bringing my baby back. Well, I'm going down to Florida, get some sand in my shoes. Or maybe California, get some sand in my shoes. I'll ride that orange blossom special and lose these New York blues. Talk about a traveling, she's the fastest train on the line. Well, talk about a traveling, she's the fastest train on the line. It's that orange blossom special, rolling down the seaboard line.
Ava Barber, isn't she great? And how about that string section and that old-time country fiddling? You know, George M. Cohan was the most famous name among song and dance men in the early part of this century. Joe Feeney takes us back about 60 years with this well-known Cohan song. Bob Ralston, let's have a nice piano introduction.
For it is Mary, Mary, plain as any name can be, but with propriety, society will say Marie. But it was Mary, Mary, long before the fashions came. And there is something there that sounds so fair. It's the grand old name.
his song and dance routine, Singin' in the Rain, was truly a classic in Hollywood history. I'm sure you'll enjoy this treatment by Ken Delo, our singers and dancers.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in my heart, and I'm ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I'll walk down the lane with a happy refrain and singing, just singing in the rain.
You know, that was a pretty good number, even if I do say so myself. And we only had about a week to work on that, plus all the other numbers in the show. Years ago, when we broadcast this show for the first time, I finally realized what the girls had been trying to tell me. They'd say, Jack, don't put that greasy stuff on your hair. It makes you look bald. And that number you just saw, I sure did. And from that show on, I started blow-drying my hair, and it changed the whole look of it. People would write in and say, Jack, are you wearing a toupee? Well, I denied that, even though they probably didn't believe me. But the audiences in the studio, they knew I was telling the truth, and we always had an audience for our tapings. But you know, Mr. Welk and his musical family really enjoyed the big crowds we could play to on the road. That's why we love our new home here at the theater and resort in Branson. Do I feel a rainstorm coming on? Or maybe it's a song coming on. Or maybe it's a rainstorm and a song coming on. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. Do, do, do,